what's going on YouTube? It's Casual706 here, back with another Transformers unboxing / review. Today I'm covering Transformers Takara Tomy Unite Warriors Computron. Now taking a quick look at the packaging. Super cool artwork as always with these figures. We have a full picture of Computron there shooting off at somebody. We have the individual vehicle modes here for the teammates kind of flying off into battle. Takara Tomy up in the top right hand corner. Transformers going down the right side of the package. Unite Warriors down here at the bottom left. Alright, now on the package you can actually take the front door here and flip it open kind of like a book, and it reveals the actual figures inside. We have Lightspeed, Afterburner, Scattershot, Strafe, and Nosecone there. Now these parts are kind of shook around in here. I actually got this 2 years ago. And out of habit, I don't open up toys unless I do a review for them on YouTube for you guys. So it's kind of been sitting around in storage and parts got all shook out of the plastic. Now at the top of the box, they're showing all of them combined together there. They show the whole team down in the bottom left-hand corner in vehicle modes and individual robot modes. Then over in the bottom right hand corner, we got some tech specs. It says the strength is going to be about an 8, intelligence is going to be 10, speed is going to be a 2, endurance is going to be 8, rank is going to be 7, courage is going to be 10, fire blast is going to be 7, and skill is going to be 9. Alright, now around to the back of the package here. They're again showing the full team there combined as Computron, and they're showing the individual teammates in their vehicle and robot modes again there. Flip this back around here, and since we took a look at the packaging, I'm going to go ahead and bust this open and get to the good part. So with these guys out of the package, we do get instructions. Now you're actually going to get a little pamphlet with this since it's a whole team of combiner robots. There's going to be a couple of pages, each of the pages showing how to transform them from their alt modes to robot modes and vice versa. And also showing how to change them into limbs for the Computron combiner itself. Alright, so got all 5 of these guys out of the package. This is probably going to be a pretty big review since this is a whole team of combiner bots. And I guess I'm just going to dive in and start with Afterburner here. Alright, now starting off the review, we got them in the vehicle modes here. This is a little motorcycle for Afterburner. This one is extremely red. I'm going to do a lot of switching around, I believe. There were 2 versions of this. There was a Hasbro version and then the Takara version, of course. Now, Takara version had its perks and the Hasbro version also had its perks. So the reason I'm even bringing it up is Afterburner actually looks more G1-esque in the Hasbro color scheme. It's got a more brown kind of color to it. So I believe I'll be picking that up to kind of make mine look a little more G1. But anyway, real nice paint job with it. Wheels roll. It's got a little kickstand here that goes into the arm that kind of holds like that. And those wheels do roll super awesome. Now to transform this guy into his bot mode, first thing we're going to do, this is also a shared mold with Groove and also more recently the Combiner Wars Wreck-Gar. You take these wheels, flip them over onto either side here, and then you should be able to kind of open up these legs here. The legs just kind of collapse onto themselves. Then we'll be able to pop those legs loose. So we have the individual legs there. And then we are going to swivel the legs around so that it's facing this side here. Now this little motorcycle top is going to kind of untab from here and pull down to his back. You can actually take the front of the motorcycle and swivel it down to be a little bit better stored on his back here, kind of like that. And then up here at the arms, just going to take those loose. They tab in at the chest right here. I'll take that out, and we're going to bring these arms down. They're on little poppy joints right there. Bring them down, swivel the hand up to the front. And the same thing with that one, bring it down and swivel the arm to the front. So taking a quick look at this one closer, there's the head sculpt for it. It's got light piping going on in the eyes there, blue light piping. Nice white chest, Autobot symbol there. Red legs, a little bit of brown, and some white right there. Flip it around to the back. Here's the back of the figure. Really big Autobot thing going on for the front of the motorcycle mode there. This wheel will also spin around here if you want to. I think in this case I want it spinning forward though, so it'll kind of collapse better in with his back here. I don't know, he always kind of ends up with this big swoop thing going on over his head. But that's what's up with that one. Now you got articulation, you got those shoulder joints of course that kind of lift up. You got ball joints right there. You're going to be able to rotate that arm all the way around. Right about the bicep section, you got a little swivel point, be able to rotate that around, and he's got a ratcheting elbow. Down the legs, you got a ball joint right there in the hip section, so you'll be able to get some nice high kicks forward and backwards with this guy. Right after that joint, about the thigh section, you got a little swivel point there, so if you want to, you'll be able to rotate them legs all the way around. And then it's also going to have a knee bend right here at the knee. So nice range of articulation with Afterburner there. And a pretty good color scheme. It just doesn't really feel like the G1 version to me. So I'm going to probably pick up the Hasbro one to do a little bit better. Now blasters with this guy, he does come with two different little hand blasters here. They actually peg onto the side of the motorcycle. I forgot to do that. These blasters are different, if you can see. You got the same color scheme going on, but they're different in design. And those, of course, are displayable in his hands right there. Just like that. So, huge gun. Huge, actually huge guns, plural, for this guy. Pretty big guns for this little figure. Right. That's what's up with those. So those are little weapons there. And we'll pull those out. I believe these guns probably tab together even. Nah, they don't. There's a lot of tabs going on inside the gun. I believe you can connect all of these guns together to make a massive weapon for Computron. So we'll figure more out about that as we move along in the video. I'm gonna go ahead and stick these off to the side until we figure out what's up with that weapon. And we're gonna go ahead and do the modes for this guy. Now to get to arm mode, all we're gonna do is swivel this motorcycle section here, bring it forward. Head is gonna go down into the chest. I'm gonna bring that up here. It's probably gonna kind of stay unpegged like that for the arm mode. And then we're gonna peg the two legs back together here. Then we're gonna turn the waist section this way so that you can get a good elbow bend out of it. Now these arms, you actually swivel them back kind of at the bicep there, facing the back, just out of the way, so that they're not striking with the center part of the combiner there. So just the arm mode for him. That's what they have him depicted as. I'm not going to go through the leg mode because I've done a bunch of different reviews on this particular mold. So if you want to see the leg mode, you're going to have to go back to one of those other videos. These are what come packaged with Computron. I'm not actually going to be using these, however. There's a couple of sellers on eBay that sell these kits here for anywhere between $17 and $20. So I've got these little upgrade kits that I'm going to be using for my Computron. So in that case, we will take the little hand thing, and these upgraded hands are really nice. They turn into individual weapons for the figures. I'm not going to go through those modes with it though. I've also done reviews on these hands. They're called Perfect Effect Simplified. So if you guys are interested in that, I believe I reviewed those with the Technobots team. So you can check out my review on that. But we'll just plug that hand into here, into this little bottom tab. And you see these are really nice articulated fingers. They kind of bend everywhere, and have a lot more articulation than the Hasbro and Takara versions that they give us. So that's what I'm going to use with my Computron. Alright, so since we got him into the arm, we're going to go ahead and tuck him off to the side. And the next one we're going to take a look at, I believe, is going to be Nosecone here. So Nosecone is a nice little drill type vehicle here. There's the bottom of the figure. You can kind of tell there's a robot in there, but that's what's up with that. Now Nosecone also comes with a couple of weapons. These are actually going to be Nosecone's weapons here, I believe, because it's got the orange kind of shade. Yeah, so Nosecone only gets the one weapon, I believe. Now, a couple of display options in the vehicle mode. You got a tab right on the top here you can plug it into. Got another tab on this right here. On actually both sides, you've got that same tab. Down here at the tread, you got a little tab on the side there. If you want to stick the gun, you could do that. And there are also little side holes on this gun. So you could tab it into the side of that if you wanted to. So that's what's up with that little blaster. Stick it off to the side just for a second here. All right, now to do the transformation with this guy, first thing we'll do is lift this cone and get it out of the way. We're gonna go ahead and move these arms to the side here, just like that, and get them out of the way. All right, these legs are gonna kind of open up here and come down, just like that. And then on the front here, these little tabs are gonna come forward. Those are gonna actually be the front of his feet there. And then you got the head on the back here. Lift that head up and rotate it around to the front. That's a pretty nice sculpt on that head there too. Now the fists are actually right here, and they don't have any individual holes in them. So the guns just kind of peg into the front of his fist. Now, if you wanted to, you could take those guns off and just have his hands kind of showing. Then we could stick these little guns on the side of the shoulders there like that. And I guess since he doesn't have holes in his hand, that's why they gave us this little tab on the back of the blaster that you could just tab it in, and that's his blaster there. So, pretty good paint job on this. Real nice head sculpt. Takara always does pretty well with their paint applications for the figures. So, all right, now articulation with this guy. You got ball joints up at the shoulder. Be able to rotate those arms all the way around. And since they, for transformation, they kind of flare back. So you could have that for posability if you wanted to. Down here underneath, right about the bicep section, you got a little swivel point again. So you'll be able to rotate that around. And then he's also got an elbow bend right there. Head's gonna have a full rotation out of it. We learned that from rotating it after transforming it. Legs got ball joints at the hip, so you get some nice high kicks forward and backwards. And right after that hip joint, you got another swivel point. You'll be able to rotate that around, and it's also going to have a knee joint. So nice range of posability out of this guy. Then the ankles actually do some tilting here too, so you can get some nice wide leg poses out of this guy if you wanted to. So. All right, now to get this into the leg mode, we're going to get this head back out of the way here. Rotate it around so it wouldn't be visible when it's connected. You're going to take this connector port, pull it out to the front. We're basically just kind of going back to our vehicle mode here. We get both of these arms to the back. Get the arms positioned right. Yeah. So there we go. Get those worked into place there. Just kind of closing it back up like it was in the bot mode. Legs come to the side and collapse onto themselves here again, like that. Same thing on that other leg. Bring it in. Get it all tabbed in, like that. And then this drill. Oh, the drill does kind of rotate a little bit. And it disconnects. Hot dog. So, if you don't like the drill, you can get rid of it. You don't have to have it in the way anymore. So, and we just spin it around to the front there, I guess, so it'll be hanging. So this is what we're gonna do for leg mode. And again, they give you these little things. I am not fond of what Hasbro Takara told me provided for hands and feet for the combiners. So I'm gonna break out the upgraded ones that I picked up here. It's got a nice ankle tilt on that. I'm gonna go ahead and tab that into this. All right, there we go. So that'll be the leg mode for Nosecone. Now it also can be used as an arm if you want to. For sake of time, I'm not actually gonna do each and every mode of these guys. I'm just gonna kind of do what they have recommended on the packaging, and they had him listed as a leg. So we're gonna stick with the leg. All right, so we pull this one out of the way, stick it to the side. So next up to bat will be Lightspeed, I guess. Now, Lightspeed seems to be a remold of a Wheeljack, but real nice figure. Kind of reminds me of Sideswipe there. Got a nice red Autobot logo, silver headlights, silver windows, nice silver rims. Wheels roll really good on this. And there's the bottom of the vehicle. Not too obvious that it's a robot on this one. Everything kind of blends in with all the red. So, very cool. Now this guy, I believe, comes with these weapons here. 2 little blasters, and they've got a couple of different pegs and holes on them. Doesn't look like any real way to display them in the vehicle mode. Not both of them. You could take one of them if you wanted to and tab it up on top there. So have as a roof-mounted cannon. These little holes on the side of the weapon you could tab in and have 2 blasters up on the top there, kind of like that. So, anywho, I'm gonna transform this guy. Legs are gonna open up. You just kind of start pulling them apart here at the bottom, and you see they kind of come down and collapse onto themselves there. Same thing on that other leg. Gonna bring it down and collapse it, or bring it down and re-tab it kind of. Then these little foot pegs, they're going to fold down forward here. And then the back is also going to fold down to be an ankle spur kind of. That little spoiler is going to fold down. So I get it stand up there. Now the arms, just going to kind of pull out from the underneath of the vehicle here. And then this chest section, you're going to go ahead and bring it out. There's your head and everything. Pop that open so that you can get the hood back here. There we go. Fold that down, then the chest comes around to the front. These arms are going to go ahead and pull out too. Pull those up and out. Straighten out that little part of the arm there. And we're going to do the same thing on this other one. Kind of just wiggle it and get it out and up here. Straighten out that arm, and we're gonna spin the head around. Bow. So there's Lightspeed. Kind of crazy looking head sculpt. It kind of reminds me of Lightspeed, but it just feels a little weird. I don't know, it feels kind of big compared to the arms, or something feels a little weird out of scale. But that's what's up with Lightspeed there. Around to the back, it's real real hollow in the hood there. You could store weapons back there if you wanted to too, I guess. Like that. And that's gonna be the only real option for weapon storage in this mode. We'll get these legs pushed up a little bit better here. Where are they? Or I guess they kind of stay at that angle anyway. It's a real funky joint going on down here at the legs. So, I don't know, but we can get it to work there. We get it to stand. Alright, now those blasters are displayable in the hand. Since he's got 2 of them, you can put one in either hand. Articulation, he's got a ball joint at the arm here. So you'll be able to rotate the arm all the way around. No bicep swivel, but you got a ball joint at the elbow. So you'll be able to rotate the hand around as well as have that elbow bend there. Head does a full rotation as well. No light piping with this one, it's just painted blue paint. Down here at the legs, you got ball joints at the hip, so you get some nice high kicks forward and backwards like that. And around the thigh, there's a little swivel point there, so you'll be able to rotate that all the way around, as well as having a little knee bend. Now those feet, since they fold up and down for transformation, you can move those around to help pose them too if you wanted to. So that's what's up with Lightspeed. All right, now Lightspeed is depicted as a leg for Computron, so we're gonna get this head out of the way here. All right, we get these arms back down to their positioning where they were. The leg mode is gonna be a lot like the vehicle mode. We get this head turned around so it's not visible and kind of closed back up into the front there. Legs gonna collapse back onto themselves again. Like that. Go ahead and close that. Or actually the foot stays out in this case, I think. Yeah. Then we close this other leg up here. It's a little bit of a wrestling match here to get it all back together. Alright, so we get it all tied back together. Pull this little combiner port up to the top. And that'll be the leg mode there. Again, you get these little whack things that Hasbro Takara give us. Throw that off to the side and give it an upgrade. Perfect Effect Simplified. So there you go. That is the leg mode. Now this would also double as an arm. I'm not actually going to do the arm mode for this one either. So 3 down, 2 to go. Stick him out of the way. All right, now on to Strafe, 4th member of the team. Here's the vehicle mode for Strafe. This one actually gets a fairly unique mold. Looks very much like the G1 Strafe. There's the bottom of the figure. Real nice white and red paint job. And they got the yellow cannons on the front just like it did in the G1. Now to transform this guy, these weapons should unpeg and come off to the side. We'll flip the hood down, exposing the head, spin the head around. Then we'll pull these legs out. They're just, whoop, didn't know the wing would come off. Get these arms up out of the way here, and we'll pull the legs down. And they kind of tab in there. Then we flip the little foot thing down here and flip the wing up. Bring this leg down. Flip the little foot thing to the back here like that. And then we'll put this wing up. Then we'll rotate the waist, I believe. Yep, rotate the waist there. And there we go. Whoop. Pull these wings to the back. And there is Strafe's robot mode. Whoop, it kind of flops around a lot here. There is his robot mode. All right, now articulation with this, you got 2 joints at the shoulder, so you can lift these up if you want to have them highly displayed. And that's kind of how I would do. You could tab these cannons back in at the top if you wanted to, I believe. No, yeah, no, okay. So that's not an option. The cannons become displayable on the back here. That's what it is. Okay. Yeah, the G1 Strafe kind of had the cannons on the back here, so that's how you pull that look off. Like that. You tab them into the back there. And they flare up over top of them like you did in G1. So that's one way to do them. Or if you want to have him hold them in his hands, he could hold them like that. So what's up with those? We're going to pull those out of the way here because they'll probably be in the way. Now articulation, got a ball joint at the arm, be able to rotate the arm all the way around, another joint at the bicep, swivel that around, and he's also going to have an elbow joint right there. The head will have a full rotation as you saw in transformation. Ball joints at the legs, get some nice high kicks forward and backwards. Right after that leg ball joint there, you got another joint at the thigh, so you can swivel the leg around with that wing in the way. And also going to have a knee joint there. Then the ankles are going to have a little tilt with them too. So that'll help to get some wide leg poses with this guy. So that's what's up with Strafe. All right, now back to, for limb mode here, they show Strafe as a arm. So we're just gonna tab the legs together. Yeah, we'll actually fold the wings to the back side. And then since it's going to be a right arm for me, we're gonna come to this side and swivel the waist section kind of to the side here, get those legs tabbed back in together, and we should also be able to put the head back underneath there and just fold out that connection port. And then these arms, we just kind of fold them back out of the way here. Or actually, you fold them back out of the way like that onto themselves. Just like that. And then I guess if you wanted to, you could bring this little section back up to kind of give it a flared shoulder. I think that's how I'll have it displayed. So there's your arm mode for Strafe. So we'll just plug the hand in. I think I got the hands backwards. I put the other hand with Afterburner, but we'll get it sorted out. So you just plug that in there, and there's your arm mode. 4 down, 1 to go in a combine mode. All right, and we are down to Scattershot. All right, so Scattershot, there it is. Now, if you know, Scattershot is actually a remold of Silverbolt. Remold, repaint of Silverbolt. That's fairly unique though. It's got the real big cannon on the front there, like it did in G1. So this one kind of looks like G1, but it's the best one that we got from Hasbro or Takara. So this one would definitely stay as the center from our torso. But to transform this guy, first thing we'll do is take this big cannon, and it just kind of lays down to the back. Legs and arms, we'll fold these wings out of the way because they actually tab into the arms. Free those arms up there. Open up this chest here. Pull the head out, flip it up. Then these legs are going to come down, and where's the foot at? Yeah, right there. So you grab these little tabs, flip that foot out all the way to the front. Then right here, you got another one. Dig your fingernail in, pull that out. That's the heel spur. Same thing with that other leg. Just bring it down, fold it to the front. On the back here, you got to dig your fingernail in. There you go, flip the foot out. Then you dig your fingernail again in on that, pull the heel spur out, and voila. There is Scattershot. Now this looks a lot cooler than Silverbolt did. Spin them around, take a look at the back side, and back to the front again. Now articulation with this one, you're gonna have some nice ratcheting joints at the arm. You get a full rotation, because this actually becomes the legs for Computron. Right after that joint, you got a swivel point right about the bicep, so you'll be able to rotate that around, and then it's gonna have a nice elbow bend. The hands are going to be pre-molded hands with no individual articulation, but they do have a little 5mm port. So any of the weapons that came packaged with this guy are going to work in those. And down here at the legs, you got, again, nice tight ratcheting joints. You're not really going to get it a full, you're not going to get it all the way back because of this part of it here. But you can get some real high kicks forward, but you're not going to be able to really go back unless you dodge around this wing here. So then he's got the swivel point right after those ratcheting joints, so you'll be able to rotate the leg around, and also going to have a knee joint there. And then these feet kind of wiggle up and down, so that might help out with posability as well. So that would cover the bot mode for Scattershot. All right, now we're going to get this into the torso for Computron, and to do so, first thing we'll do is fold that head back into place. We're actually going to flip the figure over, and these hands are going to fold up to the back. Just going to bring the arms down here, fold that hand to the back again, right there. Get these wings kind of out of the way, and we're going to turn the legs over this way. Well, we're going to close these feet up first. They need to go back in. There we go. Put those back into place. Same thing with this other one. Tuck it off into place. And the legs should kind of line up there. And so here is the head. You got to flip out the little abdomen section from Scattershot. Flip the head up and flip it over like that. Then you got little wings on the back. You fold those up too. Now, look. Get that head all the way into place, and it'll actually tab into the back of this wing right here. Now we can actually go ahead and close this chest up here. And this chest does a lot better than Silverbolt did. I actually was wrestling with Silverbolt last night. I had got some of the custom hands for it too. And I was wrestling with it, and that chest just didn't hold well together with Silverbolt. But this one holds together real nice. So there's a torso for a Computron. And since we've got all of them ready to go here, we're going to go ahead and tab them in and see what Computron looks like. So we snap that one into there. All right, we take Lightspeed, tab it into there. We can actually get the figure to stand now. We got Afterburner as a right arm. Well, you also got to fold these little panels open to expose the ports for the arms. There we go. And then we're going to take Strafe here, put the cannons back on it. Alright, then we fold down the little port there for Strafe to tab in and pop it into place. And voila, there we have Computron. Now these things, if you use Hasbro's arms and hands, they're going to be a flopping mess. But with the upgraded hands and feet, it makes it a lot easier to stand and pose. I'm going to pull the camera off so we can get a full look at this guy here. That is Takara Tomi's Unite Warriors Computron. And this is going to conclude my unboxing / review for this one. This is one of the longest reviews I've done in a long time. If you guys liked the video, be sure to click the like button. Also, leave me a comment. It's a lot more motivational to do these really long videos when people are leaving comments and giving you feedback. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any Transformer unboxings or cool videos in the very near future. With all that said, appreciate the view again, guys. Casual706, out.